All right.
Hello, and welcome to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What's happening, everybody? Once again, it's time for At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside the usual cast of characters, my tag team partners. We're talking about the First Lady, Mama, the Doctor, the Entrepreneur. She's got 1,000 nicknames. TP is her name. TP, what is up?
Blessings to everyone. Blessings, everybody.
We missed you last week, Queen. We missed you.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Not everybody, sir. Speak for yourself.
I was in Jamaica.
Vacation. There you go. There you. She was
hater as usual.
She was vacationing last week, but she is back. And then our man, he was out with some surgery, but he is back. We talking about Mr. Smooth. You know, and then for those of you who ain't never heard him, you'll know why I call him Mr. Smooth as soon as he starts talking. He's the Elon legend. None other than Bro Mel is in the house. Bro Mel, welcome back.
Oh, glad to be here. Praise the Lord. Thanks for the prayers. Good.
There you go. Y'all hear the voice. You see what I'm talking about. And Bro Mel is just running roughshod on the group when it comes to picks. It's his world. We just living in it. Then we got the man that brings the Ag swag to the show each and every week. He's representing the Aggies right now. He's prominently displayed on his chest. Talking about none other than Aggie P is in the house. What's up?
Aggie Pride is nationwide. This is for Radar, Big T.
Radar.
Don't do it,
man,
sir.
Radar. Yeah.
I'm breaking out, sir.
Tell him get that central junk out of here, right?
That's right.
That.
It's not allowed.
No North Carolina Central allowed. Then, of course, we got Radar Charles, blind as a bat. I do not know how he gets through the show every week. Can't see anything. But hey, he's here. And he always got something to say. Radar Charles, what's up?
Yes, sir. Now it was way, Big T. When Larry and LJ come to play with the Tunnel Crew, baby. I'm excited. Let's go, man.
Absolutely. And then we got the man that's got the belt over his shoulder, got the Eagles hat on, probably got the Eagles ring on. He's also a Lakers fan, a Wake Forest fan. Birdman is in the house. Bird, what's up?
Coach Pfeiffer has returned.
Oh, my goodness. I still want to know how you got that belt.
Me too, sir. Me
and
too.
then last but not least is our baseball expert, our resident baseball expert, and he is fresh off of a trip to Atlanta. Went to the ATL, took in some baseball down there. His name is Stats. What's going on, Stats?
How y'all doing? I've got a story about Heat and baseball and Freddie Freeman.
There you go. Heat and baseball. Well, you were in Atlanta, so hey. Hey, and listen up, everybody. Together, we're the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. Coming up on this edition of At Home with the Crossover, we recap the NFL draft. We got a little bit of USFL playoffs to talk about. Live Golf is running things right now, shaking up the world. Kyrie and KD, they got soap operas going on left and right, much, much more. But first, we're joined by our man. We hadn't talked to him in a while. The season for the Canes is over. The NHL season is over, but Larry's got to wrap things up like he always does. And he's joined with his son tonight. We like to call him LJ. Larry Jr. is in the house. It's Larry and Larry Jr., Larry and LJ. Welcome to the show, guys. What is up?
Oh, thank you, guys. We've been looking forward to this. This is terrific. Wish that we could celebrate winning the Stanley Cup, but next season. Next season.
Hey, I love it. Hey, LJ's the hype man.
The hype man. That's it. I'm behind the crowd here.
That's right. Well, hey, let's not waste any time here. Let's jump on in and real quick. Your take on how the Canes season ended, because it ended a few weeks ago. Very disappointing. So your thoughts?
Well, we had a lot of injuries on the team. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, the way the playoffs are now, it is almost like teams are trying to knock out the best players of the other team. And that's really not hockey. That doesn't show us who the best team really is.
Yeah.
Okay. But be that as it may, I do think the best team in the NHL won the playoffs. We've been looking at them all season. Colorado is just strong. They've always been there. They have a great goalie and great support. So it didn't surprise me that Colorado won. It surprised me, honestly, that Tampa Bay was the opposing team from the East. I really think, honestly, if we had gotten past the injuries and had won Game 7 against the Rangers, I think we could have beaten Tampa Bay. Okay.
Hey, that's big time.
That's big time. But we had so many injuries. We just couldn't overcome them.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one other thing. I think that we are going to have to get some big players, big name players on our team for us to be legitimate contenders next season.
Okay. So they need to make a big free agent splash, what you said. They need to, go out and land somebody.
So. I think we need to get rid of some players, and I think we need to go after some other players.
Okay. Oh, get rid of some players. Wow.
Oh yeah, I got a list.
Hey, talk to cap space to get that big name.
That's right.
There you go. Exactly. So are they really cap strapped?
Yeah, that is the reason we could not trade for a big name player at the draft at the trade deadline. We settled for Ty Domi. No, not Max Domi. But we should have gotten someone bigger than Max.
Yeah. Hey, Tunnel Crew, anybody want to jump in and ask Larry or LJ a question?
Hey, I did see where Ian Cole commented on McKinnon's leadership skills while he was in Colorado.
Yes.
And he's in hurricane country now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And, a lot of these players move from team to team, and they can tell you a lot about the other teams. And it's interesting to hear their spread on that and their thoughts on that. So, it's interesting.
Yeah, because Cole is a fixture with the Hurricanes now, right?
Yes, he is. Yes, he
is.
Okay,
gotcha.
Yeah.
And I thought that spoke volumes to, him being able to speak to that guy, being able to develop over this time.
Right.
And like you were saying to us last time you were on the show about the developing of the team,
That's exactly
culture.
Right.
We just saw that in Golden State.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's leader on that team.
Yep.
What's
so which one of
interesting?
the top free agents would you take right now if you were calling the shots for the Hurricanes?
Well, one of the names that's been thrown about is Forsberg from Nashville. He's a big player. He can score. But I'll tell you, there's a player from Montreal, and I forget his name, but I've looked at his stats, and he's really good. But I'll tell you something. Montreal will not deal with us. They will make sure we don't get that player.
They hate us.
They hate us.
LJ said they hate us. They absolutely will not deal with us. Well, it's funny. I had a few questions to ask, and I looked at them, and guess what? You have answered 3 of the 4 before I even asked them.
Awesome.
So, hey, that shows you how we're on the same wavelength there, Well, so that leaves the only question I've got left that you haven't answered is no Lightning in the winning the championship this year. Of course, last year they had that loophole that you were very upset about,
Yeah.
And your thoughts real quick. Your thoughts real quick on the Colorado Avalanche. And I guess the Lightning, I mean, and how close are the Canes to, well, you've already pretty much said that you felt like they could beat the Lightning if they had made it that far. So how close are the Canes to being at the Avalanche level?
Okay. I think we're a couple of players away, and our goalies had better be able to hold up.
Yeah.
There's already some talk about, well, we need to go after another goalie just in case. I hope that's not the case, but maybe we do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me give you this. The pre-season
that's right.
standings just came out today.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the top 5.
Okay.
Number 1, Colorado.
Of course.
Number 2, Tampa Bay. Number 3, Toronto.
Okay.
Number 4, New York Rangers. And number 5, Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay.
Now, with some movement, and no one really knows this early.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that we're still in the mix.
That's right.
We still have some great players. We just need some backup support, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, our time is running short. Do you have a hockey, since this is the final interview for this season, we'll see you again in the fall when the new season kicks off. So give us a hockey name of the year going out the door.
Well, since Colorado won it, I went to their roster, and the greatest name, Valerie Nichushkin. And Nichushkin was awesome. He really played well for Colorado. So that's the name.
Valerie Nichushkin.
Valerie?
Valerie. He's from Russia.
Okay.
Hey, but I bet you, in hockey, nobody better pick on him about his name. They'll be picking up some chiclets off the ice.
Exactly.
Well, hey guys, we really appreciate it. It's been fun. And LJ, you'll have to come on again. We might have to interview you by yourself one time. And
that's what I'm talking about. Let me give you my full thoughts.
Hey, so you're not just the hype man, right?
That's right.
LJ got something to say.
Well, hey guys, we appreciate it. Thank y'all for joining us, and we look forward, Larry, to hooking up with you again in October.
Okay, that's great. Go Canes.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Hey, that was our man, Larry, the longest standing season ticket holder in the history of Carolina Hurricanes. When we come back, we got lots to talk about, and you'll hear it on the other side of the break. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the Crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometowninsurvice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Once again, we want to thank our man Larry for joining us. He and LJ, a lot of fun hanging out with those guys, talking Canes and NHL hockey. All right, hey, catch us every Tuesday night live on YouTube for this at-home version of the Crossover. And you don't want to miss the Queen in the Mansion, even though she's not feeling well tonight. You know, normally she's smiling and happy and dancing. Tonight she's a little under the weather, but hey, when you got that mansion, you know, that'll make you feel a lot better, you know. And then Mr. Smooth, Bromel, you know, got the radio DJ voice and got the headset on, looking the part. You know, you blind man radar, you know, he's sitting there grinning from ear to ear, looking around like he don't know where. Somebody could turn him around, have him facing that brick wall, and he wouldn't know it. You know what? You ought to do a show with your back to the camera 1 week. And then, of course, Birdman, you know, representing his favorite teams, everything. Aggie P got his microphone set up, his Aggie gear on, and Stats, as usual, playing with the chin beard. Hey, what is that representative of? Chin music in baseball? You know, to throw a little chin, little high heat.
We'll get to that later. We gotta get to that.
Okay, the peach fuzz.
There's dirt underneath the chin.
Hey, well, catch us every Tuesday night live on YouTube. Love and Faith Radio is the YouTube channel. 7 p.m. is the time. And then on Thursday nights, catch us at 7 p.m. on WLJFradio.com for the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. And that's every Thursday night at 7 p.m. You can also download 100.7 WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. All right, let's jump into the hot topics here. And we're going to open with a little NBA draft recap, because there was a surprise at the top as Duke's Paolo Banchero went number 1 in the draft. In the hours leading up to the draft, all the experts were saying that Jabari Smith from Auburn was going to be the consensus number 1 pick, even though all year you heard everybody say Paolo was the most polished player, and he was the guy that, you know, every team should desire, should want. And so it turned out the way everybody said during the regular season. I don't know if Orlando was blowing smoke, you know, or the experts were blowing smoke trying to get people off the trail. But Paolo went first, and like I said, consensus number 1, Jabari Smith fell third to Houston. Chet Holmgren, Skeletor, went second in the draft to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then the Charlotte Hornets selected Duke big man Mark Williams, the shot blocking machine. And they also made a trade and ended up landing on Nebraska guard Bryce McGowens with the 40th pick. So, Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on the NBA draft? You know, draft is, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you got so many prospects that nobody knows what they're going to really be. It's kind of hard to talk about it and break it down with any certainty. But hey, your thoughts on the draft, Tunnel Crew?
To me, it's just like a typical draft. You know, they draft for what they needed, you know, and that's what I see with, you know, with the Magic, you know, with that. And it's not really, I think for some team, not the best player that everybody else think is what fits in their system and what they're trying to do.
Exactly.
You can have any 3 of those top 3 could have went anywhere, you know.
Yep.
Any 3 areas you wanted to. It's just that what team felt like they fit better than, you know, for their team than the other. The draft was deep. It was deep this year.
It was.
You know, so the top 15, I guess, could have went anywhere.
Yeah. I think the Hornets got a steal with Mark Williams. You know, I mean, if he can develop his offensive game a little bit more, because he is a shot blocking machine, you know. Hey, anybody else thoughts? Oh, go ahead, Bromel.
He's not a bad offensive player. Duke just didn't use him correctly.
That's true. That is true.
Because if you looked at him his junior year, man, he flourished in his junior year offensively.
He did.
You know, but Duke just didn't use him like they could have, you know, his senior year.
Well,
and man.
And when there was a couple of games, I remember one game where he had like 30 points, when he was the focus, so yeah, you're right.
Is he a 7-footer, Big T?
Yeah, he's legit 7, isn't he, Bromel?
Yeah, a 7-footer. But he can play, but he plays like a forward though.
Yeah.
Even though he's senior, he has the footwork, he can get up and down the court as a 4-man, but playing a 5-man.
Yeah.
And he, like you say, defense is off the chart, man. He'll swipe anything that comes inside.
Well, and I think that's the biggest reason Charlotte took him, because we know their problems on the defensive side of the ball are very well documented. That they were terrible on defense. So going out and getting a guy that can really protect the rim, that's going to be big. Anybody else thoughts on the draft? Look at Radar looking lost.
Well, you know what? He's a 7-2 player. I just looked at it. He's 7-2, man.
7-2? Okay.
Well, and okay, you know what they always say, what you're listed at, you're usually a little lower than that, which means he's still a legit 7-footer. Because if he's listed at 7'2", he's probably 7 foot or 7'1". So he's
depends
still
on the haircut.
It's an haircut.
That's right.
But I think this year's draft is going to have a really nice level out of the talent. So it's going to be more competitive. Because one guy challenged LeBron. He said he ready to test him. Indiana Pacers player. And I was like, wow.
Well,
the guy from Milwaukee, Bokamp, he's showing a lot of potential. They saying he's the next Jalen Green, dare I say. But, we got...
Prove it.
They prove it.
Prove it.
Oh.
That's why I don't get into a lot of
we got summer ball to play. And these guys ain't going to be baby like Zion and Ben Simmons and Embiid, dare I say. I think we're going to see some boys play ball this summer.
Okay. Anybody else before we move on? Thoughts on the draft, NBA draft?
I was gonna say, one thing that I have noticed in the draft is when you get real big players like 7 foot, they have to be able to run and go down that court.
Exactly.
And a lot of times that weight ends up putting a lot of stress on their body. So
Chet Holmgren ain't got to worry about that.
Well, I was gonna say they're young and talking junk, but we gotta remember too. Now you talking NBA speed, you talking longer term.
Yep.
And I'm with Radar. I saw the player that challenged LeBron. I'm like, you ain't even got your feet wet yet.
That's right.
Already talking junk, but that's what they try to do in order for other people to see them, to get that social media shine.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah,
they trying to build a name off of a star, calling out a star, huh?
Right.
But remember how Steph Curry snuck up on us?
Right.
That dude, he snuck up on us. We must admit, we did not see that dude coming and taking LeBron out the way he took him out.
Yeah.
Well,
Even if you had KD for 2.
They're looking at the potential of the players too. There's very few in this draft that's going to get a lot of run. There's very few in this draft. It depends on what team they're on, how much run they're going to get. The top 3, they're going to get some run, but some of the other ones, it's going to be a project type thing.
Yeah.
Because the NBA is a totally different story than college.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them ain't physically ready. In the 80-something games they got to play too.
Yeah.
That's going to be a challenge for some of them.
Yeah. 82 games.
Yeah. So, they have to go in and do a lot of different things than they did in college as far as how to eat, how they work out mentally. The mental game is going to be strong for them, and then playing against grown men, that's going to be another challenge. But I think it'll end up being good in the long run.
Yeah.
And you look at OKC's history too with developing players. That's a dangerous combination.
Well, they're gonna have to do a lot of development, Skeletor. All right, let's move on. Stats. Give us your baseball report, man.
All right. So, in baseball this week, from June the 19th to June the 28th, 2022, just like in life, sometimes in baseball, things don't always make sense, but it does even out. Ole Miss made a run to Omaha, unlike any we've ever seen. They were colder than popsicles in your mom's fridge on a June day. And they were talking about firing their manager, coach, Mike Bianco, after he led them to the number 1 overall seed last year in the NCAA tournament. They lost to Arizona. It happens. But they didn't let that bother them. All they did was, in mid-May, they got hot, got over 500, got to the SEC championship. Then they blew through Southern Miss in the Super Regionals, didn't allow a run to Southern Miss. Then they ousted Arkansas and Oklahoma in 2 games, done sheerly by pitching. Nothing but straight pitching. I mean, they pieced hits together, just like the Pittsburgh Pirates did. And they still do. The Rebels won in 2 games, and their starting pitching is dominant. Absolutely dominant. So dominant that it irritated Mississippi State fans at the Braves game that I was talking to. And they have a lot of vitriol and hate for Ole Miss. But they were happy on Saturday night because in Freeman's return to Atlanta, his first time, he was a little hurt. He teared up a little on Friday. He wiped a little tear from his eye when he got his World Series ring. And he only got 1 hit. But the next day, he got 2 hits. The Dodgers came up short because Bellinger scorched a ball that barely went foul that would have tied the game, but ended up only getting 1 RBI that inning and 1 the next to tie. It left the door open for Atlanta to win the game, and they obliged with a 2-run home run from Marcell Ozuna. And Kenley Jansen, the former Dodger, shut the game down. But the next day, the story is much different for Freeman, as he delivered on the game-winning hit against former Dodger Kenley Jansen. And Kenley Jansen, the news got worse for him, as he has an irregular heartbeat now, and we all hoping for safety going forward, because he's had that issue before as a Dodger. But despite all this, the Dodgers won the series, and Trace Thompson, the little-known left fielder for the Dodgers, who played a little bit of time for them before, this is the brother of Clay. He let a ball go over his head on Saturday. That ended up allowing the Braves to score a run, which in turn allowed them to win the game. But he made up for it the next day with a ball that kicked right off of Matt Olson, the man who replaced Freddie Freeman, the glove at first base, and allowed the game to be tied. And the Dodgers won the series. So in baseball, sometimes things don't always make sense, but they always even out. The Dodgers won the series. Ole Miss and Mississippi State split the college championships, and everyone's happy. And that's all I have for Irish baseball on this week.
Nieces man said you said all that and didn't say nothing about the Yankees, man.
Hey, we don't want to talk about the Yankees. No, we don't want to talk about the Yankees. Hey, Yankees get enough coverage on ESPN.
Right, bro, man. They ain't show no love to the Yankees.
Hey,
what's up with the
and they found a way to walk it off.
Hey, I got something to say about them. They got team no hit by the Astros.
They got no hit
by the team.
Turned around the next day. We're getting no hit for 7 more innings. Came from behind, 3 runs to win it. Yeah. One great thing I saw on Saturday, Dansby Swanson hit a home run while I had the Swanson jersey on. I knew he was going to hit one. And Adam Duvall could not get his earpiece right in left field with 42,000 people, and he was getting annoyed. And we thought that was hilarious. So that's all this week. That's
stats. You weren't supposed to bring up the part about them winning, man. You're supposed to leave it right where I had it, man. Come on.
No, Stats did the right thing.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. All right. Hey, listen up, everybody. Catch all of the fun and hilarity every Tuesday night live on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. 7 p.m. is the time. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download 100.7 WLJF app, which is available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, it is time for the question of the day.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent. that specialize in Medicare, senior solutions, life and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.insurvice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Catch us Tuesday nights live on YouTube, Love and Faith Radio. Love and Faith Radio is the YouTube channel. 7 p.m. is the time. That's Tuesday nights. And then on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app, which is available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. If you wonder why I'm giggling and laughing and chuckling, it's because Bird has decided to hold up. I guess that's LeBron James from Space Jam action figure.
Is that a baby doll?
Hey, it's a figurine, I guess.
No, sir.
Oh,
No,
okay.
sir. He had it right the first time. That's a
Say
baby
no,
doll.
sir.
And everybody on social media sings
Yes,
the
sir.
same thing, sir.
Hey, so give us any shout outs, comments, and thoughts from the listeners and fans, Radar.
Yes, sir. We got a shout out from Felicia Jones. We got a shout out from Small Wonder. We got a shout out from B. Smith. And also we got a shout out from Nisi Pfeiffer.
Okay. All right.
She said,
all right.
Go Yankee Nation. She said, bro, man, keep hope alive. Don't let Big T, put out that fire. That's what they saying on social media.
Oh my goodness.
They said don't let the hate hurt you. Even though you just came back. That's how they do. When they come back, they try to test you.
The Yankees. Man, they
Talking about the Dodgers.
ESPN is giving the Yankees enough love. You know how they are. They get on somebody, they like to run it into the ground. They giving the Yankees we don't need to talk about them.
You see the 300 on the line, that means that no one can make money on the Yankees.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Aggie P.
Yes, sir.
Live Golf is shaking things up, and Greg Norman, of course, the CEO of Live Golf. And it was reported that he tried to get Tiger into the venture when it first started by offering him a $1 billion deal to join the golf league. And Tiger turned it down. Reportedly he turned it down. And you've got guys like Bryson DeChambeau and my man Brooks Koepka, and of course Phil Mickelson have joined. PGA has responded by saying, you guys are suspended. You can't play on the tour except for in the majors.
For right now.
They're paying like $4 million purses. And I think I heard Phil Mickelson, they signed him to reportedly a $200 million deal. And he's only made like 70 something million in his career on the PGA in earnings. So
now I heard it was 500 million.
Well, what?
Yeah, and Dustin Johnson, I think his was 125 million over 4 years.
Oh my!
So to set all this up, let's think about that. Now they're going out here recruiting these PGA players, paying them this big money, and then they still have the opportunity to play in each tournament, which is going to have a purse of like $4 million going to the winner. So they walk around with all these endorsements still. They still getting endorsed money.
Mm-hmm.
They got a league that's going to pay them to come and play in that league.
Mm.
And they have the opportunity to go out and win each one of the tournaments that they're going to have.
And fewer holds.
The tournaments are not 4 days. They only
3 days. Yep.
Which is even better, golfers. Mm-hmm. You can put together 3 rounds, man. You can, man, it's a good situation as far as the money is concerned. So
money. Is that what
Go ahead, Stats. What'd you say?
So, Aggie P, you're telling me they're getting major league money in this new league. They're getting
big money. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be big then, from what I'm hearing.
You know the running joke on this show. We always laugh about that MLB money. We talk about 200, 300, $400 million contracts like on the regular.
Right.
So, well, hey, we'll have to keep our eye on it and see how things go with that league. But it's going to be interesting. And hey, they're getting paid more money to play less golf because, like you say, 3 days instead of 4 days, 54 holes instead of 72 holes. That's why it's called LIV. It's Roman numeral LIV, which is 54. So go ahead, Radar.
I want to know why Aggie P and TP wearing all this Aggie gear like J.R. Smith got a contract from the LIV tournament. I don't remember them saying they want him to come play.
Go ahead.
That guy. Is he that guy?
TP, rip his head off.
It's so
they rocking that gear
please,
like he's one of the top guys.
Please tear him to shreds. Please tear him to shreds.
Did I miss the article, bro?
You are jealous because you're not wearing yours. And you're not an Aggie. You don't have no credit hours, not one.
Okay.
So you want to be an honorary Aggie, but you talk so much about them. We know that you want to be the best. We know, we know it. We can't help that you're not. Credit hours, and then we'll have a conversation.
You poked the bear, Radar.
There you go.
See if she still had it in her.
It ain't never gonna leave me, baby. It ain't never gonna leave me.
You thought the vacation? You thought the vacation to mellow her out?
Tell them, Aggie P, this is A&T for life.
Hey, you thought the vacation to mellow her out, huh? And then the sickness.
I thought so. I thought she was gonna come in soft.
No. Never, bruh. All right, hey, let's move on because go ahead, bro.
Let me ask Aggie P about.
Yes, sir.
The LP, the PGA. I can't understand. Okay, you want them to play in the majors, but you don't want them to play in the other tournaments.
Well, it's not that they won't. Brother Mel. Just right now, they saying the ones that qualify to play in those majors, you can do it. Look, Brother Mel, they're going to end that too because it's stirring up a lot of stuff because there's been no competition in the good old boy network. They don't like it. Just stay tuned, man. We're going to talk more about this. Man, as the thing go on, they're going to stop this majors and all of that. But like Big T said in the beginning, for Tiger, you said officially he did turn it down, Big T.
Well, no, I haven't heard officially. That's the word that he turned it down, and it's assumed that it was because the everybody's saying it's blood money, because of the Saudi government having so many human rights issues and everything. So, hey, we will see.
Don't you think it's sort of tarnished? Don't you think? Well, not that the new league would tarnish the PGA, but the PGA is in a situation where they're gonna need to raise that purse. Or because I'm looking at all the greatest players played in the PGA, and now you got this new league. It's just, I don't know,
Hey, you know what? This is our question of the day. Okay, this is our question of the day.
Make it happen.
Because we getting a lot of talk here, and the question of the day is simply this. I mean, is the PGA Tour in trouble? With this new league, the LIV, the LIV, the 54, whatever you want to call it, because it's gonna probably have on the streets. Gonna probably have all kind of nicknames. Because hey, anytime you dealing with that kind of money, the rap gang gonna start talking about it. Hey, Live gonna be mentioned in some rap songs and stuff like that, So is the PGA Tour in trouble with this league, scooping up all these big name players and everything?
I would say that they have to really take a good look at it, because you're looking at all the great players that got their names on these great tournaments that they have had. That's the only thing I'm looking at too, unless, they say, okay, the only way we're going to compete, we're going to raise the purse. You know what I'm saying? We're going to raise the purse, and hopefully these guys will come back. But if they're on contract for 4 or 5 years, I don't know, man. That's hard to call right there.
It's disturbing the waters, man.
Yeah.
It's disturbing the waters. And also, too, guys, you got to look at, on the PGA Tour, you have to finish at a certain place, every year to be able to come back. Like a lot of the young guys have to get their card to come and play. So if you're a subpar guy that might have won one PGA tournament, and somebody over here want to offer you $20 million, to come play in our league, you don't have to qualify every year. We're gonna pay you over 4 years, $20 million.
Yeah.
And our person is going to be $4 million. You got a business decision to make.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that you say that, because I was reading an article where they were talking about the various reasons why guys are switching.
Yeah.
And they all would start off by saying, well, the money is a factor, but and they would come up with a secondary reason. I think it was Phil Mickelson who said, he just wanted a fresh start, something different. He said after 30 something years playing in the same on the same tour, he just wanted, to mix things up. And I think, Brooks Koepka, I think he was saying, it's about, a challenge or something like that. DeChambeau, he talked about, the different reasons why he wanted to do it. And so, it is, like you said, it is shaking things up. And when you're willing to offer someone $1 billion, I mean, more power to Tiger for turning that down. Like I say, we don't know if it's officially been turned down, but according to Greg Norman, he did turn him down. So more power to him to turn down $1 billion, because that's just crazy. That's crazy.
But see, in Tiger's mind, he probably still want to break Jack's record.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that just lets you know his mentality.
Yeah.
He'll turn down $1 billion to have the opportunity to go out and break the record. He still think on that bad leg.
Yeah.
Go out here and break Jack's record, so he's not going anywhere.
You know what? That sounds like a Tom Brady move. Like I can see somebody offering Tom Brady $1 billion to go to Canadian Football League, and he like, nah, I want to win one more big game.
Big game, right.
Hey, do you guys think that this LIV tournament is the equivalent of the NIL and its effect on college basketball?
Similar.
Yeah, I think the money has a big issue to do with it, because when you're going and playing at different venues, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? They probably going to say, no, it's not the money, but come on now. If somebody's going to pay you, like I said, 20 million or 100 million just to even sign to be in the league, and then you get an opportunity to make the purse money too, come on, that's a no-brainer, especially to the younger ones, but the older ones, they probably thinking like Tiger. Okay, I'm in the PGA and my name is on some of these trophies. I want to jump ship.
Yeah.
Just like with Nick Saban, sounds like the PGA, because as soon as the NIL started to stir up the waters, everybody started to cry out. Because if they can't get those tournaments in those golf courses, that's money they're losing not only to the people, but also to the TV companies. And we know how much billions of dollars they get for a tournament if certain players are in there.
Right.
Hey, I just looked up something. So Dustin Johnson has been on the PGA Tour for 15 years. He's made a grand total of $74 million in those 15 years. They offered him 125 mil to go over. Bryce for 4 years. Hey, Bryce DeChambeau, he said his reason for going on, he says, not personal, it's business. So he was pretty much honest about the thing. He says it's business. And Brooks Koepka said the reduced schedule was the reason he wanted to go over there. So,
But
so with that being said, okay, with that being said, how do you view the PGA as the top, organization in golf? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I think, Brother Mel, I think this is the plan. It's Saudi Arabia funded.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's all behind it.
That's right.
They could be trying to get back at the United States,
right?
Prove you're not all you think you are.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the young lady that have to go to Russia and play basketball and make $1 million, but come back over here and make 60,000.
Right.
Hey, tell them don't get caught on no drug charges over there. They might not ever come home. They might not come home.
In all these situations that we're looking at, man, these people are using that money,
right?
To get our athletes, and to come over to their side and to prove something to us that we not who we claim to be a lot of times. So.
But that's appalling that the young ladies have to go across seas, make more money across seas than they do when they come and play in the WNBA. That's man, I can't. NBA has to step in and take some blame on that, because they make more money. They got to go cross seas and make more money just to survive, and they come back home and they don't make anything. Man, that's ridiculous.
That's terrible, ain't it? It's terrible. Well, and you know what? I mean, America's for sale right now. I mean, China buying up property in New York City left and right, everything. Pretty soon, they're going to own so much property, they're just going to start rolling the tanks and the airplanes and stuff in and say, hey, we can just bring them on in and land them here and say, we're home. Okay, so stats. Birdman, your thoughts on, is the PGA Tour in trouble with the LIV, the LIV, the 54 league, taking all these superstars?
If you want to look at it from a competition standpoint, yes, but I'll take it to a different direction. It's all about broadening the product. If you're a fan of golf, it's like NFL and USFL, WWE and AEW. It's all about product. If you're a fan of entertainment and sports, it's all about broadening product. So from that standpoint, there's really no competition. I don't think anybody's really in trouble. But if you're looking at it from a competition standpoint, I think the PGA is in trouble.
Stats?
I think they got to provide a better entertainment value because people aren't watching golf, honestly, unless you're a golfer. It's like baseball. If you're not a baseball player or you're a former baseball player, you don't really watch it like that. You might watch
Yeah, I pretty much watch it when Tiger play, but I watch it sometimes here and there. But if Tiger playing, I'm gonna be glued to it. I ain't play,
Yeah.
But like you said, with that, it's gonna be the marketing thing too, because if the LIV is not on TV, then you're just hearing what is being said. But eventually, they're gonna get that TV deal.
Yeah.
To help that money they're giving out.
That's right. Hey, they're gonna have to do something to fund it. Hey, everybody, catch this live at home edition of the Crossover every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. YouTube is the place. Go to Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody about it. And then on Thursday nights, 7 p.m., catch the audio version of the show on WLJFradio.com. When we come back, it's time for the wrap.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down. There's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the tunnel crew.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Hey, a couple of quick mentions because at the beginning of the show I did mention Kyrie, KD soap opera. Kyrie Irving shook things up yesterday with the Nets by announcing that he is going to accept the player option, and received $36.5 million to stay with the Nets, which, everybody was wondering what that would do to KD if Kyrie left. Well, now that decision has been made. Those two guys have been together for 3 years, and they've only played 58 games together in those 3 years. I mean, because of Kyrie.
They deserve each other.
Yeah. And then the Hornets went back to the future, rehiring Steve Clifford after they fired him back in 2018. The Hornets are a mess, man. They don't know what they want to do. But it's all about defense, they say, because Cliff is known for great defense. The Hornets played great defense when he was there. They were 8th in the league in offense last year with LaMelo Ball and that crew, and defense was terrible. So they're hoping that Clifford can get the defense back. Plus, he's got the second best record in franchise history, and he did lead the Hornets to their best record since they came back as the Bobcats and then changed back to the Hornets. All right, let's jump on in here. Oh, by the way, the USFL Championship is this week. You had upset in one game where the Philadelphia Stars at 6-4 upset the 9-1 Generals. And then in the other game, the 6-4 Breakers got beat by the now 10-1 Stallions. That's your championship game. It'll be the Birmingham Stallions at 10-1 versus the 7-4 Philadelphia Stars. And we'll talk about that, I guess, at some point in the near future. All right, let's go to the results from last week's show. Bromell wins again. Bromell is just on fire, everybody. He's first place again, picked up another weekly win in the weekly wins category. Radar, second, 2-3. And then you got a log jam at third with Aggie P, myself, Birdman, and TP, all 1-4. And then Stats bringing up the rear at 0-5. By the way, everybody, we picked 4 games last week, but there is an additional game added because we forgot to include, do y'all know it was back May 31st when we did those finals picks? And one of those picks was who would be the finals MVP. We forgot to include that last week, so we added that in this week. I think 3 people got Steph Curry right. Everybody else picked Clay or Draymond Green, or me, like myself, I took Jason Tatum. So 4 people got it wrong, 3 people got it right, and that's why the records reflect that this week. All right, let's go on to the overall standings. And like I said, it's Bromell's world. We just living in it. He's in first place, 101 wins. Radar is second with 94 wins. Aggie P is third with 93 wins. Me and the Queen are tied with 90 wins, but I've got, I think, 2 more weekly wins than her for the tiebreaker. So that's why I'm sitting in the 4th playoff spot, hanging on by a thread, brother. And then you got Birdman with 79 wins, 5th place, and Stats bringing up the rear with 76 wins. Birdman is 11 games back of the 4th spot, and Stats is 14 games back of the 4th spot. So the games for this week that we had to pick, the choices that we had to pick, we got the USFL Championship on Sunday, Birmingham Stallions versus Philadelphia Stars. Major League Baseball, the Rays at the Blue Jays, 4-game series. You had to pick your team winning 4-zip, 3-1, or a 2-2 split. The National Arena League, we got 2 games to choose because we are off. No live show next week, no live show on the 12th. We're off, so we picked 2 games, had 2 choices from the NAL, which is the Lions at the Cobras this Saturday, and then the Cobras at the Jacksonville Sharks next Saturday. The hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July. Pick your person to win. And the WNBA, we got the Sun at the Sky, and that's tomorrow at 12 noon. It's weird game time for that. Bro Mel, give us your pick, sir.
Oh, okay. I will take Birmingham for the USFL. Split with the MLB with that, and the Sky WNBA, and then the Cobras. Look like they score pretty high, so I got them 56-48 over the Lions.
All right. Hey, Bro Mel will go 4-0, y'all. All right, Radar.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Birmingham from the USFL. I'm going with Joey Chestnut to win the contest, and then also the Blue Jays 3-1, and the Sun to win against the Sky.
All right, next, Aggie P.
Yes, sir. I got Birmingham. I'm going with the Sky. I'm going with the Cobras against the Lions 34-21, and the Cobras versus the Sharks 34-21.
Hey, man, the Cobras let you down last week. You were the only one that picked them.
The quarterback got hurt.
Hey, was it 61?
When he went out, they had to bring a receiver in. The quarterback is terrible.
They must not play enough. They ain't got a backup quarterback.
Bro Mel, he's spending his $200 on the wrong thing.
but they still put up 60 points, though, man. They lost. All right, hey, I got Birmingham. I got the Cobras over the Lions 59-54. I got Joey Chestnut winning the hot dog contest, and I got the Sky in the WNBA game. Queen.
I have Birmingham, the Blue Jays 3-1, the Suns for the WNBA, the Cobras versus the Lions 36-28.
All right. And that leaves Birdman.
All right, I got Birmingham, the Blue Jays 3-1, the Suns, and the Cobras versus Lions. Cobras win that 55-28.
Okay, do we still have Stats? Is he? Or he already done? No, it's Stats. Go ahead, Stats.
All right, I got Birmingham. I got the split. Joey Chestnut's going to eat more hot dogs than I do. And the Cobras over the Lions 36-28.
All right. Okay, so that's in the bag. Now it's time for your shut up and play candidates, so your shout out, and we got to run through it really quick, y'all. We'll start with you, Queen.
Just shout out to the team. Thanks for holding it down while I was gone in Jamaica. So I appreciate it.
All right.
Including Radar.
Bro Mel.
Yeah, shout out to the team as well. Thank you guys for the prayers. Everything turned out well.
All right. Radar.
Shout out to Linda Greenwood.
There you go. There you go. Aggie P.
Hey, let's keep it. Hey, shout out to the team, man.
Amen.
Hey,
To the team.
Lord, yeah.
There you go.
Teamwork.
The band is back together.
The band. There you go. Birdman.
Shout out to y'all. Let's keep it going.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Hey, Stats, yours.
Hey, I got a shut up and play moment. It's for the Mariners and the Angels. These two teams exchanged chin music with each other since June the 18th.
Chin music.
Throwing at each other's star players. Mike Trout got thrown at, and then the final domino fell on Sunday when Julio Rodriguez got thrown out. We saw Gatorade coolers get thrown on the field, people getting drugged, guys getting hit in the head, 10 ejections all. And the Angels won 2 in a row, and the Mariners look horrible right after that. So,
All right.
better.
All right. Hey, my shut up and play candidate is Kyrie Irving. Just shut up and play somewhere, please. Play a full. Hey, shut up and play a full season somewhere, please.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
All right. For the Queen.
Blessings.
For Bro Mel.
Praise the Lord.
For Radar.
Narrow is the way.
For Aggie P.
No weapon.
Birdman.
Whosoever believe in him.
Stats.
Freddie wants to be a Dodger. He does.
I'm your man, Big T, signing off and saying no matter where y'all look up and know that your creator is there. Until next time, see ya, and we might want to be.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for The Crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.